I got something really interesting for you guys today, so make sure you watch this video till the end. But I'm going to give the disclaimer now because once I start this story, I don't want to stop. So this video was made strictly for entertainment purposes only. Nothing in this video should be considered factual. This is going to be just a story time and it's just my opinion. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and say the whole damn video is scripted. Hopefully that's good enough. Now let's get into it. I want to tell you guys a story that I heard from an ex-military operative. Let's call him Jim to conceal his identity. So when Jim worked for the military, he was called in to solve this problem, this timeline contraption problem. So Jim did his due diligence and all the investigating that he could do. And basically, Jim could only come to one reasonable conclusion, and that was that the computers were right. The timelines will contract down to some inevitable event. It's been forecasted, it's been predicted, it's been fed to us on what they want us to believe will happen. But the thing is, the Cabal doesn't actually have control over this inevitable event. They will only have control over their reaction. And it seems from all Jim's research, no matter what they try to do to cause their desired reaction, it's basically going to have an opposite effect. Jim said that if he had to give a name to this inevitable event, he would call it the awakening process, which is an evolution of consciousness that cannot and will not be stopped. No matter what decisions or possibilities are injected into the equation, it eventually all boils down to us all learning the truth and becoming aware of this massive dam of lies that has been built that keeps us from knowing a massive volume of information that we should otherwise possess. Information of society's consciousness awakening was of monumental concern when Jim was in the military. The government wanted to learn about every possible way to prevent this inevitable event, but they never found one. At first, Jim admits that he was scared and he thought that this inevitable event was the end of the world. But now he realizes the end of the world is just the end of their world. And the biggest cherry on top of this whole conversation is that when all of this information comes flooding out, there's going to be no denying what's true and what's a lie or an illusion. Basically, let me sum it up for you like this. What we're experiencing right now is two master chess players sitting at the board. One of the players looks down at the board and realizes that he's going to be in checkmate within the next 7 moves. He then looks across at his opponent and knows that his opponent sees this too. So there's no getting out of it. So at this point, the only thing that the loser can do is prolong the game. Both players know that the game is over. It's only a matter of time before he does this, and then you're forced to do this, and then he does that, which ultimately makes you do this, and eventually, checkmate. If we as a race could understand that the game is over, that based on the rules of the game, the bad guys have already lost and the good guys have already won. Yes, there's still moves left on the table, but those moves are being forced by the player that's ultimately going to win. The only way that the checkmate cannot happen is if the winning player makes a mistake. But from all the information that Jim has gathered, all the information that has been given to him and vetted for him, it seems pretty obvious to Jim that the good guy player on the chessboard knows exactly what has to be done in order to win the game. And at this point, any mistake would be impossible. That shit hit my soul. How about you? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. And I only have one thing left to say. Checkmate, motherfucker!